I'm talking to my parents now. I see so many things in my practice with my clients, and a lot of things that I talk to, whether you're a parent or not, but these messages are specifically for my parents. The first uh, one of the biggest mistakes, I would number them, but I'm going to get lost, so maybe I'll put up numbers on the screen when I edit this video. Um, One of the first biggest mistakes that parents make is treating their child as if, let me just start over. One of the first big parenting mistakes that many parents make is treating their child as if they deserve the luxuries that the parent has worked for. I know this one is going to hit home, and I know it's going to hit hard, but this is the truth. We give our child the world, and we work hard so that we can give our child the world. But when our child is not holding up their end of the bargain, that is, a child's primary job is to learn and to grow, to develop in all areas, be it academics, social skills, peer relationships, moral development, spiritual development. Their only job as a child is to learn and grow and develop these skills. And so we as parents should be rewarding them for that growth and development. If they are not holding up their end of the bargain, if they are not getting good grades, if they are not making good choices, if they are not hanging out with people who provide positive experiences and encouragement and support for them, then we should not be providing the spoils or the rewards that we have worked hard for. Yes, you worked hard. You probably went to college, or you worked your way up through your organization. You are making a good living. You're doing your best. You're living in the best neighborhood that you're able to afford. You're sending your child to the best schools. You're putting clothes on their back. You're feeding them. And I'm going to guess that the vast majority of you are also providing cell phones, tablets, computers, you name it, video games, consoles, etc., etc. And they're not holding up their end of the bargain. I'm sorry, ma'am. No, 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 no. If you do not hold up your end of the bargain, you did not earn these luxuries. I earned these luxuries. I went to college. I go to work every day. I make a good living. So yes, I deserve these luxuries. And so it's very, very hard for us as parents to not give our kids everything that they want and desire. But that's not the real world. You're not preparing them for the real world. There is nowhere that they're going, even if they're an entrepreneur and earn their own and own their own company and earn their own money, they still got to work for it. So you are not helping them develop the moral character, the fortitude, the discipline by just giving them everything that they want. I'm not saying withhold from your child. Everybody's going to get it twisted. But what I am saying is be responsible. Be a responsible parent who parents responsibly. That means if your child is not doing well, they should not have everything that they have when they are doing well, right? Well, what's the point of working hard and doing well if you're going to give me everything I want, regardless of how I behave, regardless of what grades I bring home? What's the point? I mean, would you go to work if your boss sent you your check every week, like clockwork, without any work at all? You would not. Even if you love your work, there would be days and times that you would just not go, because what difference would it make? And your child is doing the same thing. So if you're having challenges with your child's behavior, with their emotional growth, moral, any spiritual, whatever area that you guys are working on in your house, think about, have you made them too comfortable? Have you treated them as if the luxuries that you earned also belong to them? I'm sure that they have not earned it just as much as you have. I'm Dr. T. Let's get to work on these parenting skills. Another really big common error or parenting mistake, restart. Editing is a good thing. Another common parenting challenge that I see often, and that I talk with my clients and my patients about, the children and the parents. And I talk to them together, particularly when they are teenagers. I talk to them together at all ages, but particularly when they're teenagers, because I think it's important for the kid and the parent to hear the same thing, to know that I'm not beating up on either one of them, but this is something that both of them need to hear. And then they need to take it home, work on it, process it, whatever. But one of the biggest challenges that I think parents have is most parents excel at one phase of parenting. You might be a great parent for an infant, or you might be a great parent for a toddler, or a elementary school age kid, or a middle school age kid, or a high school age kid. But the problem is you have to be all of those parents across your child's life. And so for many parents, that is a struggle to figure out how to adjust their parenting child. You see, social media and TV and talk shows will have you to believe that once you know how to parent, you've got it right. I'm here to tell you, as experience of two totally different personality children who at every phase of their lives present different challenges for my parenting, I am the one who has to be flexible. I am the one who has to figure out what my child needs in that phase and then provide it. Whether that's more support, whether that's more structure, whether that's more discipline, whether that's more direction, whether that's less direction. If you think about it, depending on your age and your generation, it's called different things. And I have a whole video about gentle parenting. See the link and go check that out. But depending on your generation, it's called different things. Like when my kids were young, there was a phrase, helicopter parenting. I don't know if they still even do that, use that phrase. But helicopter parenting might be absolutely perfect and absolutely appropriate for your kid at a particular stage and at a particular age of development. But it's not going to work for the whole 18 years of childhood parenting. And we're not even going to talk about adulthood parenting. We'll get to that in another video. But the point is, you have to parent your child the way they need to be parented, not the way the TV tells you to parent, not the way your friends parent their child, not even the way you necessarily read in a book or saw on a podcast or a video or something. Now, you may learn techniques and strategies that you can use in your situation. But there is no one parenting trick or tip or technique or strategy that is going to work for every child or for every stage of the same child's life. So that means you're going to have to be ever evolving. And I think that's the hardest thing. We're already evolving in our personal lives. Now I'm telling you, we have to evolve in our parenting lives as well. We have to keep keeping up with our kids and what their needs are, and they're going to vary. So sometimes they need you to put the hammer down and to be the disciplinarian, and sometimes they need you to trust that they got this, that you've put into them everything they need, every skill, every value, and now it's up to them to exercise and practice it. It's time for them to check in and come back and ask when they have questions. But it's time for them to fly, and it's time for you to stand there and be their cheerleader. It's not time for you to be flapping their wings, if you know what I'm saying. So let's work on this together. If you're struggling with how to balance parenthood and how to change your style, right? Because the child is the child, and the child is in growth and development, and they need you as their guide, which means that you got to be out in front. A guide does not stand behind us and shout out instructions. Go up to the left, right? A guide is out in front, making sure to the greatest degree that the path is clear, and then having you, meaning your child, do the work. So let's get at it. We can do this. Parenting is hard. Parenting ain't for punks. I'm Dr. T. I just realized Henri I didn't even put my glasses on. I had them right here, so I'll do it for the next couple. Ouch. I don't know how these glasses work with this hairstyle. I haven't. Okay, I could do it. Let's see. Maybe we'll put a different color scarf too, since you get to see it all today, huh? I just finished working out. Ooh, I like this blue one. You know I like blue. Okay. Okay, sorry. All right, what was the third one? Just thank you. I feel like you just said your glasses are crooked, Dr. T. There we go. Another installment in our Parenting Ain't for Punks. Oh, look at that. Hold on. We're going to redo. Has that been in the screen the whole time? Oh, there we go. I don't know. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm seeing that in the. I'm going to stop and restart and see if I can figure out. You see that? I hope that wasn't in the whole time.